Hey, right now you're tuned in to Kingdom1 Radio, the #1 gospel station in the nation. Always on, always gospel. It's your boy Marlon Black, aka God Soldier, here with my first episode of Crunk For Christ. I'm so excited to be here. We entail things that keep the kids positively motivated, you know what I'm saying, going in the right direction. Today in the studio we have a very own Terrance Ates. He's here from YEES, and he's here to talk about kids and keeping them fit. How you doing today, Terrance?
I'm doing good. Thank you for letting me be on Crunk For Christ.
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here. So, how long have you guys had this organization going?
We actually started in 2008. My wife and I, we both worked 2 jobs each. I have 2 kids, so we filed our paperwork with the state to form our corporation. But this year we're actually getting the ball rolling, getting out in the community and offering our services. The name of our organization is Youth Education and Exercise Services, or you can just call us YEES.
Yes.
YEES. Yes.
All right. What is it that you guys do? Tell us exactly what is it that you guys do.
Well, first of all, we are free.
Awesome.
Everybody knows the word free.
Right.
Our 2 big things in our name, we offer services on education, talking to kids and their families or parents about nutrition, about wellness, about eating right, about not beating yourself up if you have a unhealthy meal, and just living an overall good life, not just the foods that you eat, but the way you live, how much you exercise, everything all together.
Right. So I understand that it's been more of a personal thing for you, you know, as far as how you got started and what motivated you guys to get started on this track to help the youth out and help their families, you know, with them being more healthy and everything. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that? Yeah,
my wife and I, we were both overweight when we were kids. As we went through college, we started taking nutrition classes and health classes and exercise classes. We both lost a lot of weight. We're both we motivated each other to help motivate ourselves. And by us becoming more involved in the choices that we made, we were better able to influence the people that we cared about, our family members, close friends that we have, to start living a more healthful and more active lifestyle. And my wife, she's had this dream for probably a good 10, 15 years.
Wow. Of
getting this business off the ground. And, you know, different things came up where we weren't really able to get the structure of it started, but now YEES is everything that's been in Jeannie's head.
Wow.
is coming to fruition. Everything's starting to come out.
Okay.
So we do classes. We'll come to your house. We do activities at parks. We're trying to get involved with some of the local schools, elementary and middle schools, and our big focus is on students that are not necessarily in athletics. They're not playing basketball or football or band or cheerleading or dance. Those that may or may not be as physically active as they could be. And it's not so much on them, we also want to involve their parents and the family unit also. Because if we can teach everybody about how to live correctly, how to eat right, when and where to get exercise, then it'll trickle down to the kids, and then it'll continue into the next generation.
Right. So if they want to get in touch with you, how do we get started with YEES? If we want to get our kids involved in YEES, or get you involved and get you out to where we are, you know, to set up an event or something like that, how would we go about getting that set up? Well,
we have a website, YEESTexas.com. Then we have a Facebook page. You can just type in YEES and it should pull up, or you can type in Youth Education and Exercise Services. You might want to type YEES.
Right.
And then we also have a Twitter page, YEES.
Okay.
Youth Education and Exercise Services. You have to type all that out. And then also, you can give us a call anytime. 903-363-9676 is our office number.
Okay. All right. So what was the first event, if you can remember? What was the first event that you guys did? And how did that affect you? How did you feel after that event? Did you feel like a major sense of accomplishment after that?
Yes, the very first public event where we showed what we offer was at the Green Acres outreach event that was in June, I believe.
Okay.
And then we were able to network with a lot of other organizations that are already existing in Tyler and East Texas.
Right.
This upcoming Saturday, October the 1st, we're going to be at the St. Paul's Children's Clinic. They're having it's called the Festival de la Vida, Health Fair, pretty much. And then we're looking for other community events where we can participate, host a booth, show what activities we can do, demonstrate some exercises, give some strategies of low intensity, easy activities that anybody can do.
Right.
That can help you, whether you want to just lose a couple of pounds, whether you want to be more physically active, whether you want to have more energy throughout the day, or you don't feel as tired at the end of the day and you get off work. You know, there's little itty bitty things that you can do, and when you combine all those little itty bitty things into a pattern, then you'll notice a big difference.
Okay, what are some of the low impact exercises that you guys have?
One big thing we like to suggest is, if you're going to Walmart, going to a grocery store, going to the mall, park as far away as possible.
A lot of people said that sounds crazy. Nobody wants to walk.
Well, the way society is, the way life is, you like to find the closest parking space possible so you can get in as quick as you can, you can get out as fast as you can, get on to your next, go to the next store, do your next thing.
Right.
But it's really just maybe an extra minute, extra 2 minutes.
Right.
To park farther, take the extra 50, 100 steps, get to the store.
Involve some exercise with your outing. Right, right.
Walking around your neighborhood, walking around the block, just walking up and down the street. You could, in your house,
right?
Like you go to sit down to watch TV,
right?
Or sit to eat dinner. You know, you can stand up, then you start to sit down, but you don't let your bottom touch the chair.
Right.
Hold it for 1 second, 2 seconds, and stand up. Do that again. Do it a couple times. Almost sit down and stand up. Almost sit down, stand up. Nice little exercise for your legs.
Oh, okay. All right. And what are some foods that the kids can eat? You know what I'm saying? We all know, you need more vegetables and things like that. As far as how you cook it or portions, what would you give on that?
Kids eat chocolate.
Yeah.
I know that sounds that might not be the best advice.
Really?
But
chocolate?
Yeah. Yeah, not the store-bought chocolate, not Hershey's chocolate, not the dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Not milk chocolate.
But dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Okay.
Studies have shown that dark chocolate can help with heart disease prevention and blood pressure, lowering your blood pressure. White milk.
White milk?
Not chocolate milk. White milk for vitamin D. And most dairy, cheese, Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt?
Greek yogurt. It's really, really good. It's high in protein, low in fat, low in sodium. Tastes like regular yogurt. You'd even use it as a substitute for cottage cheese. Not cottage cheese, sour cream.
Sour cream.
Sour cream. So I like eating Mexican food. So instead of sour cream, I've learned to use Greek yogurt instead. It looks the same. Tastes the same.
So sour cream is bad for you.
You can eat a little. You don't want to go overboard. You don't want to go crazy.
That's right. You hear that, folks? In moderation.
Everything in moderation.
That's right. That's right. So you say you got something coming up. When is that?
October 1st. It's the Festival de la Vida, sponsored by the St. Paul's Children's Clinic.
Okay.
And then the following Sunday, on October the 9th, I'm actually going to be running in the Fit City 5K event.
Wow, Fit City 5K. If people want to get involved in it, how do they get involved in the Fit City 5K?
You can, the Fit City program, they have their own website, fitcitytyler.com. Okay. I don't know if it's .com or .org. I think it's .com. But if you want to register and you can walk or run in the 5K event. 5K is 5 kilometers, and it's the same as 3.1 miles.
Okay. And you're doing this to support your organization?
One, to support my organization. Two, because I've started jogging and running over the last year and a half just to maintain the weight loss that I have achieved over the last couple of years.
Right.
And also to be an example for others that you might be overweight or you might be obese, but over time you can use the strategies that we can provide. You can go online,
right,
find information. So we're not the end all be all best. We're the only group that can help you lose weight. There's all different types of organizations
that
can do it. We are more interested in being a motivating influence. We've been there, done that.
Right.
Everybody inside yourselves, you have the power to lose weight, or to become more active, or to be a role model for your kids, or a role model for your parents, or your cousins, or anybody who you feel should be living a more healthful lifestyle.
Right, because it's hard for them to get that motivation. Sometimes kids get picked on, and it's hard when you get picked on, and it gets your self-esteem down. And it's good that you guys are giving them the motivation that they need to know. Hey, you can do it. Just get up and try. Just get up and try. Look at me, I've done it. You have your own testimony about it. That's the great thing about it. That you're saying, hey, look at me, I did it. I'm still doing it, and you can do it too.
Our motto is: you have the power, we have the way. You have it inside yourself to achieve whatever you want to achieve.
Awesome.
Yeah. But we have the way in that we can let you know what you can do, what you should do, what you should think about to help yourself get that power, get that energy, get that motivation, get that inspiration from inside of you, and to use it to achieve whatever your ultimate goal is.
Right.
So with the 5K event, you can register through TylerMarathon.com. They have their own website up to actually register for the 5K event.
Okay.
You can also go through the Fit City Tyler website, and they have their own Facebook page, and Twitter page, etc. And then also one of my other reasons for doing the 5K is that I actually won a grant from it's a program sponsored by the Milk promotion. They do the mustache,
right,
they do the commercials.
Got Milk.
Got Milk. And they have a grant program that's called Refuel with Chocolate Milk, because they're using chocolate milk as something that you can drink after you train, after you exercise.
Using kind of like a muscle milk. Okay.
So I applied for that. I won. I got a $250 grant. My big goal is to eventually run a marathon.
Run a whole marathon?
Run a marathon. I never thought I would say that, but I'm starting. I'm starting bit by bit by bit. Last year I did my first 5K, and then did a 10K, which is 6 miles earlier this year, and then I'm doing this 3-mile run again to rebuild everything back up to go into longer run.
You're looking forward to that marathon, just kind of building your way up, and that's just like with getting back into exercise and getting yourself healthy. You just got to have a starting point. It's not all going to happen at once. Just like I said, you got to build yourself
a little bit at a time, and then you have to find an activity and exercise that you enjoy doing, that you can do for a lifetime.
And this is a good opportunity, by you being here. I so appreciate you being here, because it gives them an opportunity to hear you talking about what you've been through and what they can do, and by showing your success in doing it, that they can do it because you've done it. And I think it's awesome that you're out there doing it and you continually trying to get better. Once again, what's that website that they can reach you at, and what's the number that they can reach you at?
The website is www.yestexas.com. And our office number is 903-363-9676.
All right. Once again, man, this is your boy, God Soldier. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying thank you to all of you listeners out there listening to Crunk For Christ. And once again, we appreciate Mr. Ates coming on, talking about yes. You kids, yes, get up and get active. Parents, get involved with your children. You know what? We can do it as a unit. You know what I'm saying? Once again, saying God bless everybody. Tune in once again to Kingdom 1 Radio. Always on, always gospel.